Hi, my name is Rachel Dilley, and I'm the Adult Services Librarian at the Richwood North Union Public Library, and this is an abbreviated version of the Resume and Job Search Workshop that we did in September 2016. When you're writing your resume, the basic sections to include are your contact name and contact information. Your street address isn't quite as important as your phone number, email, and hyperlink to your LinkedIn profile. If you don't know what LinkedIn is, stay tuned. On a targeted objective header, objectives in the traditional sense are out, but what you do want to do is basically put the job title or the type of professional that you are near the top of your resume, because that's going to help in the keyword searching if your potential employer runs your resume through any kind of software to look for certain keywords. So if you're applying for a customer service job, you're going to put customer service representative at the top of your resume, or library professional for me, or something, whatever industry you're in, you're going to use this targeted objective header right here. Okay. Keywords, again, your keywords are going to go in here, and they're very important, so you're going to put them near the top of your resume. And then again, those are pulled from the job description from which you're working with. So you're applying for a certain job, you're going to take that job description and plug in the skills that apply to you into your skills or key strengths section, so that when they are cross-checking your resume against the job description, that they're going to match up nicely and they're going to take a closer look at your resume. That's really important. You're also going to put in, obviously, your professional experience, your job history. You want to show tangible proof of what you've accomplished, not just your job duties, but what you were able to do for your previous employers, and your education, including degrees, training, licenses, and certifications. There are three format types. I'm pulling this from a book called Resumes for Dummies, which you can get at the library. The most traditional form and the kind of resume you should be using, unless you are in an unusual circumstance, is the reverse chronological resume. There's also the chronofunctional and the hybrid, so I'm going to go through those real quickly. The reverse chronological format is basically where the bulk of your resume is going to be your job duties or your accomplishments in your prior jobs. So let's take a quick look at a reverse chronological. This one back here on Pinterest is reverse chronological. It's nice because there's your header for your section, got your job title, your job title, the company, a brief summary of what the job entailed, and then all your accomplishments while you were at that job. Notice they use plenty of numbers, percentages, dollar figures. Employers do love to see quantified examples of what you were able to do for your previous employer. Okay, so that's the reverse chronological. The chronofunctional is where you don't focus so much on the job titles and how long you worked there, because you may have had skipped around jobs a lot, or had a gap in your employment, or you're changing careers like I have. I was previously in the legal industry, and I got my library degree, and so I did use a chronofunctional resume. But you're going to put a summary of yourself at the top, your skills list, and those are going to be your keywords. And then instead of listing your jobs, you're going to list your skills that you have acquired over the years, and kind of list those all out in a bulleted list and give examples of what you did with those skills. And then after your skills section, or your skills that you've acquired over the years, you're going to list your employment history. Basically give a timeline of your job title, where you worked, and when you worked there. And the hybrid is basically a mix of the two. So, okay. So you're going to use the Chrono functional format. Again, if maybe you're a new graduate or you've been out of the workforce for a while or you're switching careers. And hybrid, you're going to just kind of use little bits and pieces of both. Okay, so there are some things that you don't want to include on your resume, which are your salary requirements. You're going to put that on your cover letter. And even then, you really want to avoid putting a definite number on your cover letter. As for your salary, you're usually going to want to say, well, I'm negotiable. Don't list your professional references on your resume. You don't even need to put references available upon request. It's assumed that you're going to provide your references in a separate document. Only go back for about 10 years or so in your employment history. If you go back any more than that, you're going to show your age. If you're particularly if you're middle-aged or older and you're looking for work, you don't want to necessarily tip off your employer that you're an older worker, because unfortunately there is some bias out there. Exclude obviously any negatives like you got fired or demoted or you had a lengthy illness or criminal conviction. Getting started, you're just basically going to start compiling the jobs that you've had, your titles, where the employer, the dates that you worked. Do like a 2-sentence summary of the job, and then start your bulleted list using action verbs, okay, in your bulleted list of what you did. And again, use as many numbers as you can, whether it's percentages, dollar amounts, number of employees. They really want you to quantify what you were able to do in your past employment. You're going to write your skills or competency list. Again, that goes near the top, and that's basically for the software that they put your resume through. Design considerations. Use plenty of white space. You don't want to cram too much in there because then that makes it difficult to read. Avoid big blocks of text. Use hyperlinks when appropriate, like for your LinkedIn profile. If you don't know how to hyperlink, come and see me at the library. I'll help you out. Use bulleted lists and headings. And if you're not in a very traditional industry like banking, insurance, or the legal field, you can use some creativity in your resume. Pops of color, even some graphs or data visualization. Sorry about that. Got tongue twisted there. And there are plenty of templates to help you out with that. Canva.com, Canva.com, has some resume templates that are really creative and kind of cool if you think you can get away with it in your industry. Finishing touches. The most important of this list here is please, please, please have someone else that you trust check your grammar and your spelling. Nothing will get your resume trashed quicker than a spelling error, okay? Social media. So the job search in general, okay? You want to clean up your social media accounts, okay? So you shouldn't be posting tons of political stuff or, scantily clad men or women on your Facebook page or foul language, because your employers really do go and seek you out on social media. If you've already done that in the past, I would strongly suggest that you change your security settings so that not everyone in the world can see your posts, your past posts, okay? You can also use social media to research companies and look out for job postings at different companies. LinkedIn, okay? This is really important that you have a LinkedIn page. You're going to set up your profile, which is basically an online resume. Create a profile for yourself. The 3 most important things are that you have a photo of yourself. A bad photo is better than no photo at all. a professional headline and a profile summary. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Here, this is mine. It's not perfect, but it's here. I have a photo, I have my name, I have my my professional header, and I have a summary right here. Okay, it's just going to be a few sentences, but those are the most important things on your profile. And then it also allows you to list all sorts of things like your job experience here, volunteer experience, your skills and endorsements. The thing about LinkedIn is you connect with people with whom you've worked before, your coworkers and your supervisors, and they endorse you for certain skills that you have. Okay, and then so if you endorse them for their skills, they're more likely to endorse you. So that's pretty important. And you can put your education on here as well. All right. Okay, so like I said, once you've built your profile, start connecting with your coworkers and endorse them. You can even ask your former colleagues for recommendations so that potential employers can see those. And then finally, while you're searching for work, there are some things you can do to help yourself. Volunteer in an organization where you can prove or even gain new skills, and then you can put that on your resume, you can put that in your LinkedIn profile. Take some classes or tutorials or webinars, learn new skills, learn new software. Lynda.com, Lynda.com is a great website where you can learn new skills and software. I think you can even get it for free through some larger public library systems. I know Columbus Metro, if you have a library card from there, and again, it's free to sign up for a library card, you can have access to lynda.com and learn all sorts of things. And take advantage of your local library, like the Richwood North Union Public Library. We've got all sorts of job search books, resume books, cover letter books. We've got some databases that might be helpful for you. Come in and see us and ask what we can do for you for your particular situation. And you can also try doing some small jobs to gain some experience. TaskRabbit is a good one that you can, you're basically a freelancer. You employ yourself, but you can earn a little extra money and get some experience to put on your resume. So thank you, and I hope this brief tutorial has been helpful. If you need more information, please do come into the library and see me, and I would be happy to help. Thanks again.